I'll just come out and say it. I like Teen Titans Go. A lot. Wait. Stay with me. I think it's a good show. It's funny. The satire is spot on and the writing is clever. In fact, I think it's better than the O3 show. Oh. Oh no. The floodgates are breaking, aren't they? This isn't a joke video or me trolling anyone. I sincerely think the internet should reconsider what it thinks about Teen Titans Go. So often I see it being trashed and I have to ask why. Look, I'm not calling anyone wrong for their opinion. It's just the arguments I see against the show are often weak, silly, or just non-existent. And no matter how much I ask for it to be explained, I just never feel like the arguments make sense. It always just feels like a fanboy ranting about seriousness in a comedy show. Look, if you prefer the O3 show, that's great. More power to you. But I think Teen Titans Go deserves a reevaluation. Right out of the gate, people hated this show because it wasn't serious. Because in their minds, Cartoon Network canceled the O3 show despite it having ended years prior to this being made. Some even said that this was why Young Justice was cancelled, despite that show struggling before this was even a thing. And while those arguments pop up less and less these days, the new arguments the show gets about its quality haven't gotten better by much. People say the show is just stupid, ignoring the brilliant satire against superhero stuff in general. People say it isn't funny, which fine, that's subjective. But when the movie adaptation is praised for the things the show has, I have to wonder what people are even talking about.
Oh, hey, Sparkleface. Wanna race Butterbean through the gingerbread jungle? Woohoo!
Some complain that the show often insults those who dislike the show, but every time I see the show talk about its quality, it always admits it's a stupid show.
That looks like us, but better!
And it laughs at itself. Again, what are people seeing that I'm not? Self-deprecating humor is nothing new, and if this were, say, a Deadpool show, I'm willing to bet no one would mind. It's okay to make a parody using the serious characters we love, which is what this is. Harvey Birdman took beloved Hanna-Barbera characters and parodied them. It's fine. It's great. It's nice to see people acknowledge the silly aspects of their work. Teen Titans Go is DC taking the piss out of itself, acknowledging their silly heroes, silly stories, while using exaggerated versions of a cartoon that was admittedly sillier than people give it credit for.
You're bossy, you're rude, you got no taste in music.
Now, in case you're wondering, I'm not going to make some contrived list of where one show beats the other, because at the end of the day, these are two very different shows. Teen Titans Go is not trying to be the O3 show, which is why I find a lot of the criticism to be harsh. It's pretty clear that Cartoon Network saw how popular the old show was even after cancellation and figured, okay, let's use those characters again. They handed it off to someone with a pitch they liked, and the fans of the old show are just mad that it's not a direct continuation.
This show was supposed to be my greatest achievement. It was supposed to bring me awards and the respect of the entertainment industry. Instead, everyone thinks it's garbage!
Personally, I don't understand why people want a season 6 for the O3 Titans. I thought that show ended with a terrific finale. Things change and you have to learn to move on. That was the point. I'll admit, I sort of get why people are mad it's not in the same vein as the other show, as prior to Go there were DC Nation comedy shorts that played closer to the original. But that goes out the window when you realize that not only were they upfront with the show focusing on the lighter side of things, there's really not so much crime fighting in this one, and that's kind of the point. Also, with the show going past its 5th season at this point, you just have to ask, can you all just let go on the comparisons between this and the original show? I mean, I know the show sometimes jokes around with it, but that's only because you guys keep on bringing it up.
And there is no 6th season to resolve the plots hanging from the cliff?
You ended that show?
So if I'm not going to compare the shows, why bother stating I prefer Go? Simply because I do. For a while I tried saying it was a fine show that was lesser to the original, but now I just can't think of Teen Titans without thinking of Go first. Sure, the original is better animated and the drama is there, but Go isn't about the drama. And its animation fits its comedy, so I can't compare the two on those aspects all that much. I can say the comedy is much stronger in Go, which did appear frequently in the old show, but again, it wasn't the focus. Overall, the only things I can ultimately say is that I prefer the characters and it just stands out more, as well as I just tend to enjoy Go a lot more overall. One issue that has always plagued the O3 show was that the characters were limited to what was allowed on the show. So a lot of the adult superheroes didn't come into play, and their villains wouldn't either. Teen Titans Go has no such restrictions, it seems. Batman, Superman, Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman, their villains, all available for gags, even if they don't speak much, if at all. I just like that they can be worked with on the show. The leads themselves are also more exaggerated versions of themselves, which is fun. Robin was fine in the old show, but he could be a wet blanket at times. Here, he's a narcissistic, power-hungry, short-tempered leader, which is far more entertaining.
Oh wow, yay, we're all besties now.
Raven is still a goth, but giving her more cutesy hobbies and the occasional joyful interactions makes her feel more rounded as a character. Cyborg, as the 80s nostalgic dork, adds more humor for older viewers.
Are those the Golden Girls?
You know it.
Beast Boy being a complete moron means he loses the depth the previous show gave him, but it's fine because again, this show isn't about the drama. Besides, being a complete moron means it's never jarring when he says something really stupid after an emotional moment. And Starfire, as a jolly foreigner that doesn't really like Robin, isn't too far off from the previous incarnation, but she does a lot more cute things here, so it's really hilarious. Beyond that, I'd say a lot of the returning characters are close to their 03 counterparts. It's slightly sillier to fit the tone, but I do like Jinx having a friendly relationship with the Titans. The Girls' Night Out episodes are really fun, and I like that the show explored a bit more into the Cyborg-Jinx relationship. Honestly, the most different character in this show is Terra, who is much more villainous than Go, which is fitting given her comic stories are much cruder than the O3's sad, tragic depiction.
I am so sorry, Tara, but I guess jealousy just makes people do crazy things.
Teen Titans Go is honestly one of the most unique superhero shows out there. Not only because of its comedic styles, which include references, satirizing superhero shows, and cartoons in general, but also because its lack of focus on superhero action explores on aspects of heroes that we never see much of. The idea is that heroes can do normal daily things every now and then. The idea that superheroes can ignore doing the right thing out of personal selfishness. It's funny, and I like how cynical the cast are about their work. The original show was good, but beyond its anime style, it was like many other superhero shows and works. Not bad, I like the drama, I like the action, but it just doesn't stand out as much as Go does. I should probably end this here, as I already hear an angry mob, but yeah, I don't think Teen Titans Go deserves all the hate it gets. It needs more love. See ya next time?
Expanding on that thought, we should never forget that.
Dude, why are you still talking?
Credits!